I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late. And I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report. So I was like, I'm just going to make this up.
I think Charissa Thompson is a fantastic reporter. She wouldn't be where she is today if she wasn't. It's extremely disappointing to hear her say this. And this little video has done so much damage for the women trying to gain respect in this industry and for the respect of journalists in general. When you're a female face speaking on behalf of a male-dominated industry to your primarily male audience, there's no room for slip-ups. Female sports reporters have to endure so much to get to the point that she is at in her career, and it should not be taken as lightly as she did in this video. I hope the outcry that this video has caused will make it really clear to journalists that you can't do things like this. And I hope that male viewers don't use this to just fuel the hate that they have for the women on their screens already. The goal of women in sports should always be to pave the way for the women that will follow you. We deserve to be in this space, and journalists deserve to be respected. We don't do this. This is not okay.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a story that is going viral, that is causing a major meltdown among feminists in the journalism and media industry, because an NFL sideline reporter by the name of Miss Charissa Thompson decided to come out and to say the quiet part out loud, to tell the truth about the media and so-called journalists today, which is that they make a lot of things up, right? They make up a lot of the stuff that they report, okay? It's all BS. And then you have people that are boohoo, whining and crying, melting down because she came out and told the truth about her job and what she does as a reporter. Now, she made these comments on Pardon My Take, in which she stated basically that early on in her career, she didn't really talk to the coach about, the adjustments that the team was making at halftime or how they felt or whatever. No. What she was doing, she was just making it up. She was just saying stuff, right? Which I thought that this was common knowledge, okay, that the NFL sideline reporters are just eye candy, right? They are just there to look good, right? That you don't really expect any hard-hitting analysis or anything like that from them. They're simply there to look good on camera. I thought that this is something everybody knew, but apparently not, right? And there's a lot of people that are upset by these comments. Take a look.
Football sideline reporters everywhere are teaming up against Charissa Thompson after she went on Pardon My Take and said that she may have made up a few lies during her days on the sidelines. This is Charissa Thompson, in my opinion, one of the GOATs. Used to do sideline reporting. Now she is on Thursday Night Football pregame, postgame, halftime show. She was on Pardon My Take. During this interview, Charissa mentioned that she may have told some harmless lies.
With like how you hold the mic. Each reporter's got like a different grip on it. Do I go 2 finger? Do I go 3? Do I do the extended pinky? Like which way? You have to make sure that the mic flag is pointed directly at the camera. And there's a lot of red meat too, because it's like a break in the action. So if you screw up anything, that's all anybody talks about for the next 5 minutes on Twitter.
It's a big, where's the upside? You're only going to fail in that situation.
Yeah, I just talked to Mike Tomlin. He says that we need to go out in the second half and compete.
I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the report sometimes because A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late. And I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report. So I was like, I'm just going to make this up because first of all, no coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball
Pressure
over.
the quarterback.
We need, exactly. and do a better job of getting off the field. They're not going to correct me on that.
Right.
So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report.
It would be very funny if you were like, so I just spoke with Arthur Smith at halftime, and he said Bijan Robinson blew smoke in his face, and that's why he's not getting the ball.
Yeah. This was met with some insane reactions by other sideline reporters. Young reporters, this is not normal or ethical, says Molly McGrath. Coaches and players trust us with sensitive information. If they know that you are dishonest and don't take your role seriously, you've lost all trust and credibility. A good portion of the public doesn't trust the media as is. I cannot believe she would proudly admit this. Things only white people can get away with. Karen J. Phillips. Nice, bro. Nice. That's really great rhetoric. Yeah, this is great. This is extremely infuriating and completely unethical. We're talking about football. Deplorable, says Catherine Tappan. Deplorable.
Well, if this isn't the epitome of blonde, white, pretty girl privilege in sports reporting. Charissa Thompson and Aaron Andrews just admitting that they make shit up. Oh, I've just made it up. Oh yeah. Just just made it up. You know that if this was someone like Pam Oliver, who actually got demoted and Erin Andrews was given her job in 2014, if it was someone like her or a minority reporter or something, or an older sports reporter, they would get fired. But not these two. Meanwhile, I have a degree in sports broadcasting that's been sitting here gathering dust for 25 years because I can't even get my foot in the door. My only hope is that by the grace of God, eventually someone sees me here on social media and decides to finally give me a chance. Or I just keep making content on social media and I start getting paid for it. I don't know, but I know I have more integrity than these two. Also, if you've been following me a long time on social media, I've been saying that this one here has been a fraud since about 2008.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Okay, there's all types of reactions here. Okay, the first reaction from some of these more feminist type of reporters is that, well, you know, this hurts women, right? This hurts women's credibility being in sports, and therefore, that's why this is so bad, right? It also hurts the credibility of journalists. Okay, that's why this is so bad. Okay, and then you also have some people boohoo, whining, and crying racism, right? Saying that it's racist that this person can say this out loud without getting fired, or that she made stuff up and then get fired, right? Like, let's read here. Lisa Salter says, shocked, disappointed, disgusted at what we heard today, called all sideline reporters into question. My job is an honor, a privilege, and a craft at which I have worked so hard. Trust and credibility, they mean everything to a journalist. To violate either one in any way not only makes a mockery of the profession, but is a disservice to players, coaches, and most importantly, fans. Okay, Jamel Hill, again, race hustler number one, soul sister race hustler. She says, my respect for Lisa Salters is infinite. When I did sideline reporting in 2012, I reached out to her for insight on how to do the job the right way, and she dropped jewels on me. A lot of women in our industry, but especially black women, felt betrayed by what CT admitted. Okay, so again, for some reason they've extrapolated this to be some form of racism, right? A form of, I don't know, this being bad for black women in some way. I mean, I guess you could argue it's bad for all women, but I'm not necessarily so sure why is it bad for black women in particular over any other woman, right? So again, these are all the kind of reactions here, the backlash she's getting. And amid the backlash, she is walking back some of her comments. Let's read here. Charissa Thompson has addressed her revelation that she would make up reports when she worked as an NFL sideline reporter. The Fox Sport host, who also hosts Thursday Night Football on Prime Video, took to her Instagram story for explanation behind her comments, which she made during a recent appearance on Barstool Sports' Pardon My Take podcast. Quote, okay, let's address the elephant in the room, Thompson wrote. I have a responsibility to myself and my employees to clarify what is being reported. When on a podcast this week, I said I would make up reports early in my career when I worked as a sideline reporter before I transitioned into my current host role. Quote, working in media, I understand how important words are, and I chose the wrong words to describe the situation. I'm sorry. I never lied about anything or been unethical during my time as a sportscaster. Thompson, who has received criticism from across the media industry, expressed her respect for sideline reporters. Okay, so this is the walk back here, right? Because it's not a good look to have, you know, a so-called journalist on the sideline and she admits that, yeah, I make stuff up, right? The coach didn't really say what I said he said, but, you know, hey, it is what it is, okay? I was cold, right? I couldn't catch up to him. I was running late, wasn't doing my job, okay? And look, here's the thing. This is what I think about this. I don't know why everybody's so surprised, right? I thought that everybody should understand that a lot of these so-called journalists just make things up, right? There's a reason why journalists are not respected like they used to be, because journalism has basically become like reality television, right? They just make up whatever they want to fit a narrative, and that's it. And again, that doesn't just apply to sports, which a lot of people question whether or not the outcomes of sports are actually real, okay, whether or not it's scripted. It also applies to political news as well, too, right? They make up stuff about Trump all the time, right? Because some anonymous source said that Trump said this or said that behind closed doors. again, a lot of this stuff is made up, right? A lot of it is simply just reality TV for clicks and likes. So I'm not surprised by what she said. Now, from a professionalism standpoint, she definitely should not have said that, right? She definitely should not have said that. And I do think that what she said probably should warrant her getting disciplined. And the reason why is because her saying it out loud does defeat the credibility of sports, right? And the sideline reporters in their job, which, you know, in my opinion, I never took them seriously in the first place, okay? I always thought they was just making stuff up. That or, you know, coach speak, right? She's right in the sense that coaches, they're not going to say too much, okay, to a sideline reporter, you know. So it's not even like they're saying anything super insightful, anything like that. So I kind of understand why she felt like, oh, well, I can just make it up because I already know what they're going to say. Because we do already know what they're going to say, right? Again, you know, at the end of the day, if a team is getting their butt whooped, you know what the coach is going to say. If a team is winning, you know what the coach is going to say. It's pointless anyways. It's just a job that is being given to women because women demand that they want to be in women's spaces, especially when it comes to sports. And quite honestly, I don't even think that it should really be a thing, right? It's one of those things that, you know, is unnecessary. And her saying what she's saying, in my opinion, is not that big of a surprise. I just think that what a lot of people are upset about in regards to the, you know, journalists being upset is the fact she's just exposing what a lot of these people do anyways behind closed doors, right? They just make stuff up, right? A lot of it is fake, and they're mad that she's, you know, saying the quiet part out loud about their profession, right? That is not as ethical or factual or objective as they try to make it out to be. But again, if you've been paying close attention, especially since the Trump years, right, this has been apparent for a long time, right? That journalists just make shit up, okay? I mean, it is what it is. I understand why people are upset, right? But I'm personally not surprised by what she said. I definitely think that what she said applies to the media industry as a whole. And I think that's the real reason people are so upset about this. They're like, stop saying the quiet part out loud about our anonymous sources, right? That tell us all types of bad things about Trump, okay? And people that we disagree with, okay? And we peddle it as if it's facts, right? As if this is, you know, objective truth. But yeah, I mean, you know, these type of comments, you know, hey, she probably, you know, wasn't being too serious about it or whatever, but you just can't say stuff like that out loud as a so-called journalist. You're going to piss too many people off for telling the truth. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.